Think about what you normally eat in a day. For breakfast, you might have pancakes or a bagel or some toast. For lunch, maybe you'll have a wrap or a sandwich or maybe even a burger. For dinner, maybe you'll have some nice pasta with garlic bread. But what do all those things have in common? They all contain gluten. Gluten is a naturally occurring protein that is found in wheat, rye, barley, and a few other grains. In a normally functioning body system, gluten can easily be broken down with no issues or complications during digestion. Inside the stomach are digestive enzymes, which are proteins that speed up the chemical reactions in the body that help break down the digested food. These digestive enzymes, one being protease, break up proteins like gluten, but not completely. They're broken into single amino acids and small amino acid chains. This is necessary for their digestion, especially that of gluten, because the small intestine can only absorb single amino acids or chains of up to 4 amino acids. For example, gluten, before broken down, contains around 300 amino acids. This is why it is extremely important for these digestive enzymes to break it down as small as it possibly can. The small intestine can typically handle some of the undigested gluten, but in some people, it triggers an autoimmune reaction. While there is no officially known cause to gluten allergies, those who can't digest gluten normally typically have a weak lining on their small intestine, which is part of the reason. The large chains of undigested gluten make their way into the cells that line the intestine and slip out of it, which create damage to the intestinal cells. The cells can no longer absorb nutrients adequately, which additionally causes a condition called malabsorption. The gluten then enters the bloodstream, which causes inflammation in the body. And this is all called celiac disease. So, what would happen if someone with a gluten allergy or celiac disease did ingest gluten on accident? Some symptoms that will occur in those that are allergic if they consume it will include diarrhea, fatigue, weight loss, bloating, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, anemia, and constipation. 50% of those with celiac have high symptom burdens if they do not follow a gluten-free diet. Additionally, the villi lining on the small intestine is weakened. The cells of the villi typically break down and absorb nutrients in food, but with a gluten allergy, the mucosa or lining is damaged and causes villous atrophy, also known as inflammation of the villi. Because of this inflammation, the surface area of the small intestine decreases, which leads to nutritional deficiencies, such as malabsorption, which was previously mentioned. Those with celiac disease will have abnormal levels of antibodies, which are a result of the body's immune response to the gluten. These antibodies try to fight off gluten as if it were some sort of virus in the body. According to the Canadian Digestive Health Foundation, celiac disease is considered an autoimmune disorder because it results in the body attacking its own tissues. It is only autoimmune disease that the trigger is known, which means it can be treated. An article from Healthline provides a few examples of daily gluten-free meals. One day you could have an omelet for breakfast, quinoa salad for lunch, and a shrimp salad for dinner.